And please find your way to your seat. Yeah, I'm wearing pink today too. So is Karina with her pink hat. Remember, if you don't want your video on, you can turn it off by hovering over the little right-hand corner. And you are all muted. I cannot hear you. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll try to breathe loudly. Remember that you can follow Lara. Lara's got the blue tank top on and she's waving if you want to do the standing version of today's practice. And you may want to sit down and stand up. Wait a minute, stand up and sit down. Stand up and sit down throughout the practice. Like there might be some poses that you find are easier to do sitting on a couch. You might find some are easier to do sitting on the floor. And then some you might want to stand up and do the full pose. So just follow whatever your body feels like today. And I'll try and give all the variations, and Lara's always there. Karina also in the pink usually does some standing up poses. You can follow her as well if you like. I mostly stay on the couch. That's my job, stay on the couch. And thank you everyone for all the feedback and the support. It's been really nice. People are letting me know how this is benefiting them, how this is benefiting their heart rate and their breath rate and their flexibility and all the things, all the good things. So it's really good to hear that feedback. Thank you. And don't forget to share this. Anu's mom is here, my good friend Anu. Her mom is joining us from Connecticut, which I think is amazing. She's stuck in Connecticut and her whole family are doctors. So it's pretty amazing to have someone like that joining us from so far away. And she does a lot of chair yoga too, so I'm honored she's with us. All right, speech over. Drop your shoulders. Smile your face a little, wiggle your shoulders. Close your eyes. Take your hand and place it on the crown of your head. And just notice its weight there. And then notice the progression down your skull, your spine, right down to the floor, to your sacrum, the pelvis. So it's like a little ladder. It's actually like a big ladder, your spine. And each one of those vertebrae has a little pillow between it, a disc. It's like a jelly donut. It's got a tough core on the outside and a smushy jelly inside, and it keeps our vertebrae padded and apart. And what I would like you to do right now is push up into your hand. So push from the floor, from your pelvis, from your sacrum. Use your belly muscles here. Push into your hand. Get your hand as high up as you can. Extending your spine. You're going to have to use your belly muscles. You're going to have to use your rib muscles. You might even use your shoulder muscles if you want to. You can go into that emergency breath. Really push. One last breath. If you can see yourself on your camera, flutter your eyes open and just notice if your head is straight up. We tend to do this a little bit sometimes. Really push into your hand. One more breath. Long spine. Notice where you're holding here. Where are you holding? Are you holding in your legs, your hips, your belly, your ribs? And then release your hand. Release all the effort, but keep that length. And take a few breaths now. And I'd like you to use the image here of a tree. So the spine that we just talked about is like a long, bony thing that goes up from your sacrum, and then at your ribs, it goes out like the branches of a tree or a balloon. So just using that image, form a strong, straight tree, well supported. We're going to do something different today with the breath. We're going to do some vagus nerve reset stuff. We're going to move our eyes at the same time as we breathe. You're going to want your eyes open for this, so just flutter them gently open. And now look to the right. Look to your right as hard as you can. Look, 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 look. Hard as you can. Keep looking. Keep looking. Your eyes are going to wander back. They're going to want to come back to me, but keep looking right. And then release your eyes. Look to the center. Look at me. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. Look left. Really hard. Do this with Manipura. Determination. Really look left. Everything will get a little bit tired in your eyes. You feel it between your eyes and your forehead, the edges of your eyes. Keep looking left. Keep looking. Actively look. See what's on the left side of you. See how far behind you you can see without turning your head. One more. And then release. Come back to center. Cross your eyes. Look at your nose. Okay, we're going to do that on the breath. So here we go. We're going to look right and take a few breaths. Look right. Take an inhale and an exhale. Look left. Inhale, exhale. Keep looking left on the exhale. Look right. If you get a headache, stop. Look right. Inhale, exhale. Try not to turn your head. Look left. Inhale, exhale. Okay, we're going to grow this a little bit. If that gave you a headache, just sit with your eyes closed. Take a few deep breaths in and out while we do the next exercise. Eyes are open. We're going to build on that. Inhale, look right. And now keep looking right, but drop your right ear towards your right shoulder and take a few breaths. Keep looking right. You can see your shoulder a little bit. Notice how it uses some different eye muscles more at the top. Bring your head back to neutral. Try and keep looking right. It's really hard. It takes practice. I haven't been doing this for very long. Now look left. Look as hard as you can to the left, as if you're trying to see what's beside you without moving your head. And now keep looking left and drop your left shoulder to your left ear. Take a few breaths. Come back up. Keep looking left. This is the hardest part. Keep looking left. See how my head is turned? Try not to turn your head. Bring your eyes back to center. Close your eyes. Now we're going to do that on the breath. Last time. Big inhale. Flutter your eyes open. This is tough work, you guys. Exhale, look right. Inhale, drop your ear to your shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Keep looking to the right, but your head is facing front. Come back to center. Eyes back to center. Inhale, look left. Exhale, drop your ear. Still look left. Look it down at your shoulder, but don't turn your head. Inhale your head up. Look left, look left, look left. Look center. And then exhale, take a couple of cat-cows. Beautiful work. That is vagus nerve work. Just take a couple of soft cat-cows with your eyes closed just to relax the muscles of your forehead. That is vagus nerve work. And we'll do it for a little longer next time. If you do it for long enough, you'll feel swallowing or a yawning. And those are both signs of your vagus nerve quieting. Just take a few more. And just come back up to seated, and let's just do a little tiny bit more vagus nerve work. If you have a ball or your fists or your fingers, you can tap your vagus nerve, both sides. You're not only tapping your vagus nerve here, you're tapping a lot of things, a lot of structures in your throat. If you have a ball here, you can do the same thing we've been doing for a while. Push in, twist, wiggle. Twist the other way, wiggle, go all the way around. You will notice a huge, huge difference if you do this regularly. The first time you do it, it's super gaggy and feels weird. But after you do it for a while, it feels very different. So take a few more breaths. And also as you're doing this, especially with the ball, you can notice this with your fingers as well. Just notice what areas are sensitive and what areas are less sensitive. There's definitely going to be differences if you can tune into it. And then place your ball aside. Take a deep inhale, exhale. And let's just take a forward fold here, no matter where you are, whether you're on your chair, whether you're seated. Hi, Hannah, Ishan, you guys look so nice outside. Take a deep forward fold. You can reach your hands all the way forward and spread your fingers here. I'm going to move my way back to the couch. Extend your arms long in front of you, whether you're on the couch or not. Drop your head. Soften the back of your neck. Deepen your breath. And take one more breath here. This is called easy pose. Not easy for everyone. Come up gently. Lift your shoulders, inhale. Exhale, release. Let's do that 2 more times. Lift gently, inhale. Exhale, release. Last one. Lift your shoulders almost to touch your ears if you can. Lift, 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 lift. Lift higher, higher, higher. Remember that thing we did at the beginning? Push into the chair with your bum, push into the chair with your bum and lift everything high, 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 and then release. Feel gravity. And let's do the same thing, but with our hands. Inhale, overhead. Notice how your shoulders do exactly the same thing. They come up. And then exhale, release. Close your eyes and bring your awareness into your shoulder blades. That's the back of your body, triangular bones there. Inhale, overhead. Feel your shoulder blades come up as if they're on an elevator. Inhale them up. And exhale, elevate them down. Nice smooth motion here. Almost like they're part of your lungs. Inhale up. Ribs go wide. Touch your fingers overhead and then exhale down. So your arms are kind of mirroring the movement of your ribs. Inhale, one last time, maybe 2 more times. Inhale up. Big, huge inhale, everything as big as you can. Those tree leaves as big as you can, the tree branches, and then exhale. Shake it out. And let's just go straight into our twists here. And remembering that this is the variation, fingertips on shoulder blades. You want to do this fast and get your heart rate up, you're standing up. And the reason that it makes your heart rate go up when you're standing up is not only are you using your arms, but you're also using the big muscles of your legs. That's what gets your heart rate going, big muscles of your legs. And here I'm using the big muscles of my legs to stabilize my hips. So if you're going nice and gentle on your body today, Sasha's doing this, hands are on fingertips or gently on your shoulders and you're twisting side to side. Another option is hands on ribs or even hands on your belly to feel that twisting action. But whatever you're doing, your breath is long. LSD, remember, long, slow, and deep. Twisting with your belly. A few more breaths. And let's go back to doing what we were doing before. Inhale your arms overhead. Ribs come up. Way up. Way, way up. Even lift your chest and maybe even look up at the ceiling here. And then exhale. So there's this real sense of growing and shrinking. Inhale up. Fill your body with air. Spread your ribs apart as far as you can. And then exhale down. Last one. Here we go. Inhale up. Hold up here, grab your right wrist with your left arm and pull your right wrist towards the ceiling. If you are standing, you can come into a side bend. You can do this seated as well. You can bend over to the left side. Pull your wrist towards the left side. Take a deep inhale, exhale. See if you can look up a little bit towards the sky or the ceiling. I love that there's a couple people outside today. Look up a bit and then do that same release. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale overhead. Grab your left wrist. Pull it up towards the sky. Pull, 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 pull. Pull your left bum cheek off the floor or off the couch. Pull. And then side bend. Find your full side bend here. Remember, look a little bit up towards the ceiling or the sky. So nice here in Vancouver today. Last breath. Release, come back to center. Extend your legs if you're on the couch or on the floor, and exhale, forward fold. Take a breath. Remember the rib cage expands, the rib basket, and then it contracts. Come back to neutral, gently and slowly. And let's go straight into our sun salutes. If you're standing, follow Lara. If you're seated, you can have your legs extended or bent. Take a breath here in mountain pose, seated mountain pose or standing mountain pose. And then inhale overhead. And look at this, it's the same movement we just did. Inhale, huge ribs, huge upward pull towards the ceiling, and then exhale, forward fold, swan dive, beautiful swan dive, holding in the belly. All the effort is in the belly here. Back of the legs is soft. Inhale, long spine. Pull your torso up so it's parallel to the floor if you're standing up. And exhale, forward fold. Pull your right knee in or pull your right leg back for a lunge if you're standing. And on the exhale, sink down into your lunge. On the exhale, if you're seated, pull your knee towards your forehead. Inhale, long spine, squeeze your knee. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog if you're standing up. Here we go, upward dog. Grab your legs, pull your chest forward. Remember, it's the same movement in your chest, big, huge chest. Exhale back, cat pose. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward if you're on the floor. Otherwise, if you're seated, pull your left knee in towards your chest. Hug it in. Extend your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Curl your forehead into your knee. Inhale, release. Exhale, forward fold. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, half spine. Make these movements as long as your breath. Exhale, fold. Moving slow to feel more, to get into all the little corners of our range of motion. Inhale up. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel it all. Don't touch anything. Don't rearrange your clothes. Just breathe. Notice if one side of your body feels different. Let's do the other side now. The other side starts with the left leg. Inhale, overhead. The beginning is exactly the same. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat spine. I shouldn't say that. It's not flat. Your spine is never flat. Torso parallel to the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left knee back, or left knee in. Exhale, sink into your lunge or sink your forehead towards your knee. Squeeze. Inhale, long spine, squeeze your knee. Exhale, downward facing dog or neutral pose. Grab your legs if you're seated. Inhale, you can bend your knees, sometimes that's helpful. Inhale, cow pose, upward facing dog on the floor. Exhale, cat pose. Do as much as you can. Pull your belly button back towards the back of your chair. Now, right knee is going to come in if you're seated. Left foot's going to go back if you're standing. Squeeze your right knee into your chest and then exhale. Take a big inhale, lengthen your spine. Use your arm muscles to lengthen your spine. And then we're going to forward fold. Step forward and forward fold if you're standing. Inhale, long spine. Don't worry if your breath is not as long as me. Just do your best to keep up. Adjust your breath as you go. Inhale up. I promise you, if you keep practicing this, your breath will be as long, if not longer than mine. Neutral pose. Here we go. We're going to do a little faster this time. Starting with the right side. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, send your chest towards me. Exhale, fold. Right leg in or back. Exhale, lunge or curl. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, neutral or down dog. Inhale, up dog, chest towards me. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, left knee comes up or right leg goes back. Exhale, drop into your lunge or curl your forehead towards your knee. Inhale, squeeze, lengthen your spine. Step forward, forward fold. Here we go. Can you hear my long breaths in and out through my nose? Exhale, fold. I do exhale through my mouth sometimes because it's hard to talk and breathe through your nose at the same time. And inhale, up we go. Exhale, neutral. We're going to go straight to the other side, left side. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, swan dive again. Feel that tugging at the back of your legs. Inhale, left knee in, left leg back. Exhale, drop into your lunge or pull your forehead towards your left knee. Inhale, straight spine or a lunge. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward if you're on the floor. Otherwise, right knee comes up. Exhale, curl up or drop into your lunge. Inhale, really long spine. Use your arm muscles, use your belly muscles. And now forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Torso comes parallel to the floor. Use your belly muscles and your back muscles. Exhale, fold. Anybody else notice their low back getting very strong from all of this hip hinging? Exhale, neutral. Hands to your legs or wherever, Tadasana. Okay, I'd like to do triangle pose while everybody is still standing up. So if you're standing up, step forward, 3 or 4 feet between your legs. If you're on the couch, it has to be a little bit modified because it's pretty hard to do a full triangle here. But you can extend one leg or come into goddess, whichever works. And then inhale your arms up. So if you're doing it standing, your arms are also parallel to the long side of your mat. So no matter what, so your right hand, let's say my right foot is forward, my right hand is forward. Pull your right fingertips over top of your right hand. Sorry, other way around. Fingertips over top of your right foot. Pull them forward. If you're on the couch, pull your right fingertips over to the right. And then your right hand comes down and your left hand goes up. So your right hand, if you're standing, your right hand is coming down towards the floor or your knee. Yeah, that's it, Sash, exactly. Take a few breaths. Notice all the stretching in the side body here. One last huge breath, big rib basket, moving alive. This is a variation, or this is a variation if your arm gets tired. Last breath. Push into the floor with your feet and come up. So my hands are parallel to the couch here. If you're standing, flip your toes and face the other way. We're going to do this with our left arm. If you're on the couch or a chair, you're good. Reach your left hand parallel to the couch, out to the left side bend as far as you can go. And then once you're as far as you can go, your left hand comes down. It can go to the floor, your knee, the couch, wherever. Your right arm goes up towards the ceiling. You can even look up at that right arm if you like, if there's no neck strain here. And take a few breaths. This is triangle pose, Trikonasana. And the trick in this pose is to breathe into the right side body. Take one more big breath cycle. Come back up and hold this pose wide. Yeah, perfect. If you're standing, you can go down into goddess if you like for a little more activity. If you want to be straight-legged, you can. You'll still get all the benefits. And then we're going to go side to side. So imagine I'm pulling on your left hand and your right hand. And we're just going to go side to side. Remember Sufi grind, where our rib cage goes around in a big circle? Well, this is sort of half of it. Few more. We're not moving our legs here. Our legs are steady and strong. We're just moving the rib cage and stretching out the side body. 2 more. And then bring your hands behind your back, no matter where you are, if you're on the couch. If you can't, if this is challenging, interlacing your fingers, grab elbows or grab forearms. And we're going to take a forward fold here. So take a forward fold and lift your elbows as much towards the ceiling as you can. Deepen your breath. Soften your belly. Release your arms down in front of you. Bring them to the floor in front of you. And then push your way back up to neutral. Take a breath. We're doing a pretty vigorous practice today. I'd like to do triangle pose again. It's good to repeat poses. So if you're standing up, face the front foot. Inhale your arms up, parallel to the long side of the mat. If you're on the couch, arms are parallel to the front of the couch. I like being able to say that. If you're on the chair, your arms are just out in a T, and then come over to your left side. And then drop your left arm, reach your right to the sky. This is a twist as well. You're twisting open. And if you want to go even further, you can drop that back arm and stick it behind your rib cage. Touch the couch behind you. Take a deep inhale. Inhale your arm back up if it's back there. Come out. And other side, right side. Out to the right side as far as you can go. Far, 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 as if I'm pulling your finger today. And then right hand comes down to the floor or the couch. Left arm goes up towards the ceiling. Deepen your breath. Maybe even looking gently up at your fingers if that feels good on your neck. Come back to center. Pull your arms across your chest one at a time. Maybe that's nice to do on the exhale. So inhale and then exhale, pull. One more time. Other side. Gently bring your legs in, jump your legs together if you're standing. Sit in neutral. Or stand in Tadasana. Take a breath. Let's do one more thing for the arms and shoulders. And then we'll do pigeon pose. Inhale your arms overhead. So actually, let's do this one. We did it yesterday, but it's good to repeat things a couple of days in a row. Interlace your fingers and pendulum side to side. I just want to give a standing variation. So this is a pretty easy one to do if you want to stand up. Gently pendulum from side to side. And remember that thing that I said about the hips staying still? See how my hips are moving even a little bit? I'm really trying hard. The further that you separate your feet, the easier it is to keep your to keep your hips nice and solid. Sitting down is really quite difficult to keep them from moving. Last breath. And then we're going to come into a downward facing dog, a chair downward facing dog. If you're standing up and you don't want to take a chair pose, just go into downward facing dog. But turn around and face your chair. Take your arms onto the chair and then exhale. If you're still sitting, you have two options. You can do cat pose, or you can bring your hands behind you and lift your chest to the ceiling. And take a few more breaths. This is chair downward facing dog. Feel this beautiful stretch in the delicate skin of your underarms. Stretch in the shoulder muscles, tugging in the muscles across your back. Last breath. Sink your shoulders towards the floor. Release. If you want to reverse swan dive, this is a great time. Really make your belly strong. Exhale, neutral. If you're standing up, make your way to the floor, please. We're going to take pigeon pose, seated pigeon. If you're on the floor, you can either do exactly what we're doing now, or you can take regular pigeon if your body really wants that, if your hips really want that. Take your right foot up and over your left. The variation looks like this. Keep that foot livened right up. And take a few little butterflies with your right knee. So if you're like this, You're just kind of wiggling your top leg a little bit, just getting a little mobility in your right hip. Tiny little wiggles. And then take a deep inhale. If you want, you can extend your left leg and take a forward fold. This can be a little bit difficult on your left knee if your leg is straight. So the option, a really good option, is to keep your left knee bent and just fold your body over top. Deepen your breath. Okay, now we can do this. We're going to take a little bit of a variation here. You can do this whether you're in regular pigeon or whether you're in seated pigeon. If your leg is extended here, please bend it so that your left leg is bent. And we're just going to do a little soupy grind here. We've been moving the rib cage a lot. You can do that in pigeon. Come up on your fingertips. Move your rib cage around. It's not a big motion, but it sure gets into some funny little places. Last breath, and then take another forward fold. If you're in pigeon, fold forward last time. See if it feels any different. Just a one breath hold. Deeply exhale, release everything that you can. Unfold to neutral. If you're in pigeon, push back to downward facing dog. Otherwise, both feet on the floor, take a breath. Switch legs if you're in downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward. If you're here, doing little butterflies with your knee. You can even do that with your hand. My left hand is on my left knee and I'm just making it do a few little butterflies. I'm feeling tugging and moving around my left hip. And when you're ready, nice long spine. Remember all those vertebral discs, all those little jelly donuts in between each of your vertebrae. Push up as if your hand is on your head. Remember that? Push up. And then exhale, forward fold. Take a few good long breaths here in forward fold. So this is pigeon with a forward fold, seated pigeon with a forward fold. Last breath. Gently come up to neutral. Hands are on your leg or on the couch. If you're in pigeon, they're on the floor, spider, strong fingers. And take a few soupy grinds in both directions. And just notice where you can find extra sensation here. Close your eyes and move into your own body. Just noticing. What do you have to mobilize here? Belly muscles. And now push long spine. And exhale, take one more breath in forward fold. Come forward in your pigeon. If you get any tingling or anything in your foot or knee, you just release and shake it out. Last deep breath. Release your foot. If you're on the floor, bring your legs around in front of you. Shake your legs out. Oh, I said we'd do abs today and I didn't. Oh well, tomorrow. Sexy jellyfish, tomorrow. Okay, come back into neutral. Take one more arm stretch just to make sure that you're feeling this in your arms. Inhale, overhead. Nice, long, slow overhead. Interlace your fingers, push your palms up to the sky. Grow as you exhale. Take a few breaths, grow every time. Last breath. Forward fold. Keep your hands exactly where they are. If you want to extend your feet in front of you, you can, or keep your legs bent. Forward fold, something a little different. Take a few breaths. Gently come back up to neutral. Bring your feet to the floor. If you're on the floor, work your way gently back to Shavasana. Corpse pose, lying down. And of course, you're always welcome, even if you're doing this on the chair or the couch. When we get to relaxation, which is the last 5 minutes of the class, you can either move your way back on the couch or chair and then move all the way back if you like, or you can come to lying down on the floor or the couch. I have a really big couch here I could lie down on, but I won't. All right. Feel the touch of your feet on the floor. Puddle your ankles. Soften your calves. Soften your knees and the long bones of your legs, your femurs, your upper legs. Puddle everything. Use your exhale to soften. And this relaxation, it's just the same as the breath work. It's nice that you relax for 5 minutes here, but more importantly, it's practice. Practice at going from a sympathetic state, an aroused state, to a softened state. Soften your pelvis. Soften your belly. Soften your ribs. Soften your shoulder heads. Can you even feel the little muscles that snake up the side of each side of the spine? Soften those. Soften your clavicles right here, just at the base of your throat. Spread them apart. Collarbones, we call them. Soften your face. Soften muscles of your lips, cheeks, eyes, forehead. Become as soft as you can. And remember this feeling of softness. Take a snapshot with your tissues. And then begin to wake up just a little. Keep the body soft, but you can light up your smile, light up your eyes, sparkle them open. Gently wiggle your toes, your fingers. Move your head around a little. And gently open your eyes. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today. Happy Easter. I hope you have a great long weekend off. Challenging times, but I hope that everyone finds a way to celebrate with people if you can. Thank you. Put your hat back on.
Thanks, Nikki.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Nikki. Have a good weekend.
Bye, Hannah.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, Hannah's inside. So awesome. Bye, Janet.
Bye, Jimmy. Love you. Bye.
Bye, Sarah. Thanks for joining us. Say hi to Anu if you talk to her.
See you later, people.
Oh, Mom's got a hat on too.
Oh, Remy, thank you so much for the necklace and the mask.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Wear it in good health.
Yes, exactly. We wore it yesterday. Sasha and I wore it to the grocery store. Yeah, we meant to take a picture, but somehow it slipped our mind because
I know, no wonder.
it wasn't fun. Yeah.
No, I know. It's terrible to breathe. It
It's
doesn't
terrible,
feel good.
but my lip gloss stayed on though. That was my main concern. I had just put on lip gloss and it was fine. So
That was your main.
Of course, that's your main
that was my
concern.
main concern. Yes.
Yep, okay. Yep.
Bye, Marcia.
Bye.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.